Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. Our final one for the day, possibly, most likely. It's finished. Athletic Club nil, Real Madrid 2. I mean, it was at times sketchy. It was at times nervy. I think Bilbao will probably feel they had enough chances to at least get a draw out of the game. But ultimately, Real Madrid was just clinical. It is just the difference is the finishing, isn't it? And you've got the finishing prowess of Karim Benzema, of Toni Kroos. You are always going to be ahead of the game, and I think that was the difference in the end. They were two really good finishes. Let's talk about the finishes as well. They're really good. I mean, Benzema, the half turn finish, it's a good cross in from Dani Ceballos. And I mean, Asensio, I don't think he's meaning that header backwards, but I think he just kind of gets it all wrong. So, but it falls nicely for Benzema, and he just turns around and hits it with his left foot. It's a fantastic finish. The way to finish dribble that and actually get it into the bottom corner, it is really classy. It is really good. That's Benzema. He's the best player in the world. At this point, last season he was the best player in the world. Probably still one of the best players in the world. Of course, even this season, I think he's been one of the best players in the world. Has been struggling with injury, but has found his form of late, and it's 1-0. And I think Bilbao would have felt hard done by that first goal because they were actually probably the better team for the first 15-20 minutes. They were the better team. Again, the problem for Bilbao is the same thing. It's just the issue is that finishing, that lack of composure. And there were chances in that second half. I mean, there was that brilliant chance for Berenguer, which I mean, somehow Nacho gets back in time to pull it away. Otherwise, that would have been probably a goal. And then Nico Williams had a really good opportunity. I mean, the kind of opportunity that you beg for in games like this, and he just screws it wide. It was a horrible shot, and it was a shot of a man who knows that of a man who lacks that composure and that lacks that big game experience. And they just pulled it wide. But I mean, that was you take those are the chances that you've got to take if you want to get something out of these sort of games, and they didn't take that. And then the second goal happens, and that was a brilliant goal as well. From again, Rodrygo wins the ball. It's sloppy defending, and I think sometimes you get tired towards the end. I think Bilbao kind of thinking let's try and get attack, and they lost the ball. Rodrygo runs across. Credit to him because oftentimes Rodrigo can be a little bit guilty of being overzealous, but he was smart enough to know, okay, I'm going to pass it to Valverde. He passes it to Valverde. Valverde passes it back to him. Again, composure for him to know that I'm not going to go for a shot, but I'm actually going to pass it back to Kroos. And that finish from Kroos is just excellent. We saw a great finish from Marcus Rashford a little while ago, and I thought that was one of the best finishes I've seen in a long time. This was probably a little bit better because he's actually leaning back onto it, and he gets it even more perfect in the corner. Rashford's shot was quite perfect. This one was a little bit more perfect into the bottom corner. It's just a great finish, and it's 2-0 at 2-0. It's game over. I think that Athletic Bilbao were deflated, and they have every right to be deflated because I thought they played really well and they deserve something in this game. But in football, like I've always said, you don't always get what you deserve. And today was one of those days. They just didn't have enough cutting edge in attack. I feel, and that's sad. But I did like the debutant. I mean, Paredes. I thought he looked really good, and I know he's going to have a big part to play for Bilbao going forward. And they need that. They have been in a bit of a bad form of late, and they're trying to push for top four, top six. So they need that. I thought Paredes was pretty good and looked good. For Madrid, I mean, we got to talk about Eduardo Camavinga. I was just singing praises of Pablo Gavi not a little while ago, and I do think that he's going to be one of the best midfielders of his. He could be one of the best midfielders of his generation. But Eduardo Camavinga is definitely going to be one of the best midfielders of his generation. What a player he is. He's only 20. He's already won Champions Leagues. He's won a Champions League. He's won a league title. He's played for France in the World Cup. He just looks like the complete package when you watch him. He can pass, he can tackle. He's got the composure to slow it down. He's got the ability to up the tempo. So he is someone who even at that age can play that sort of role, and that's just something that is special about him. And I know Chelsea want to sign him, and I don't blame Chelsea for trying to sign him, but Real Madrid would be really stupid to let him go. There's no way that when you have a player of Camavinga's talent, you let him go. You don't. Not if you're Real Madrid, you don't let him go. You don't. So I don't think he'll be going anywhere. But he's a sensational player to watch. I think him and Chomini, I mean, that could be a midfield that could possibly sit Real Madrid for a long time. And imagine if they had Jude Bellingham to that. That's just, that should be illegal. That should be outlawed. Anyway, we'll see if that happens. But nonetheless, I mean, it was a fantastic performance from Real Madrid. Not their best performance, but what it was in terms of not a performance, but the result was fantastic. I think the performance was not best. But sometimes, again, like with the Barcelona game, sometimes you get games like this where you have to dig in, particularly away from home. These sort of results are what ultimately matter at the end of the day. So they'll be very pleased with that. And Ancelotti will be pleased with the fight that they showed. There were times when they were looking a bit leggy, they were looking a bit weary, they looked like they might be overrun, but they kept their composure, they kept their wits about them, and they made sure any time Bilbao looked like they were going to open the door, Real Madrid just quickly went and slammed it shut. I thought Rudiger played well as well. I should make a mention that Rudiger has not had the best of times. at Real Madrid since moving, but I think today what was one of his best performances for Madrid, and hopefully he can build on this as well and continue on that. And yeah, let me know in the comments what did you think about this game. Did there's something to take back? I think Madrid look. The thing about Madrid is they have a really really good midfield line. I mean, think about the fact they've got Chumini, they've got Valverde, they've got Camavinga, Kroos, Modric, Ceballos is now looking good as well. So there's some very very good midfield options in there. And that is sometimes often, that's the big difference, isn't it? When you can have a really good functioning midfield, that really does mask a lot of the other issues. So I think it's good. It's a good thing to see. It's very tasty to see. And I'm excited to see what happens with Real Madrid. But let me know what you thought of the game. Some of the things I think about. Let me know if I missed out any superlatives for Camavinga or Kroos or Benzema. I would love to hear from you guys. Camavinga is my man of the match. I know they gave it to Benzema, but I would give it to Camavinga. I just thought he was brilliant, and you gotta reward that. I think Benzema had an okay game. He got his goal, but I don't think he did a lot, and he tried to get others into the game. But Camavinga just seemed like that solid base, that rock on which everything else was built. So he's my man of the match. But if you have a different opinion, do let me know in the comments, of course. And do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram as well. Please do that. We really appreciate your support in growing this channel. We want to keep doing more videos, so that really helps us out. And thank you for watching. Take care. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.